Welcome one and welcome all to Big 17, Florida, where predictions is my addiction and money is my company. And I'm here today to ask the very valuable question. Is Sean Strickland the GOAT? Is he the GOAT of the middleweight division? And that is a very important question, okay? With what he did to Israel Adesanya, with what he did to Khamzat Chimaev, taking his undefeated record. I don't care what you guys have to say about that. Okay, bad weight cut, whatever. We're about to get into that right now because guess what, guys? Sean Strickland had a torn right shoulder. I mean, discombobulated his shoulder, disconnected. But, you know, I am a Dictations channel first and foremost. My job is to give you guys good betting picks, okay? And I have a happy customer, someone that I know personally, someone that I told to bet on Sean Strickland beating Khamzat Chimaev, and this man is with me today. All right, his name is, what's your name, sir?
My name is Brian.
All right,
It's my own shirt brand, True Tokens.
Yeah, True Tokens. All right, how much money did I win you? How much money?
$500.
$500. All right.
I would listen to him. Like, it been several UFC matchups pop up, and every time he'd be right. So the first time when he said Sean
Strickland,
yeah, I said fuck it. That was my first time fucking playing and shit, and bam.
Yeah. See, he's not a gambler. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even really know the fighters.
But I just been following behind him lately because I've been seeing him consistently winning. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just spin the wheel one time.
Yep.
So,
and I got him a paycheck. I got him paid, all right? And if you want to be like Brian, if you want to be like my main man right here, you got to like and subscribe, all right?
Yeah.
And if you're in the Orlando area, check out his brand, all right? True Tokens.
Oh,
Show
yeah.
me your shirt.
Oh, shirt one
Yeah.
time, boom.
This is not a paid sponsor, all right?
Trust me.
Yeah, trust
Believe that.
Yeah. All right. Yep. You see that? You see that, folks? He said he appreciates it, okay? Now, that's the kind of thanks that I want from you guys, all right? As you guys know, a lot of people doubt me, all right? Now, before the Sean Strickland fight, all right, I was trying to convince my friend Brian here to place a bet on Carlos Prates KOing his opponent, all right? Now, it took me some time trying to convince him. We didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, because he's not a gambler. He's not a bettor, okay? Not like you folks out there, all right? As a matter of fact, if you guys are like Brian, which I assume, you know what I'm saying, you guys are casual in the MMA world, you guys, you know what I'm saying, don't know. You guys don't know your MMA fighters like a hardcore fan like myself, all right? If you guys don't know who CM Punk is, the greatest of all time, all right? Now that's going to test you. That's going to test you right there. If you guys know who CM Punk is, you know what I'm saying? That's going to test you, see if you really are that much of a casual, right? And now I have some people that I met on my VR chat, you know what I'm saying? Walking around talking to people who subscribed. I hope you guys are watching this video. Just know that I appreciate you, and this is what I actually look like in real life. I was walking around like as dingy, but whatever, doesn't matter. What matters is that I won this man Brian his monies, okay? A guy I know personally, all right? And I'm willing to make you guys, people that I don't know, money, okay? And that's how kind I am. That's the kindness in my heart. I'm willing to help you randos out there make some money. And all I want from you guys is to like and subscribe, all right? Now let's get into the main question of this video. Is Sean Strickland the GOAT? Now, looking at Sean Strickland's style, many people would be tempted to say that he is nowhere near GOAT category. He is simply not GOAT quality, right? But that illusion is very quickly shattered when you look at the details behind all of his, great fights, okay? You take Imavov, all right? You take Fluffy Hernandez. This guy is undoubtedly the greatest underdog in UFC history. I mean, like, that's not even a question, okay? With his wins over Fluffy Hernandez, with his wins over Khamzat Chimaev, he took the undefeated title of Khamzat Chimaev. Now, if Khamzat Chimaev went out there and completely dominated, dismantled, and choked out Sean Strickland, a lot of people wouldn't even be talking about this fight. They'd be like, okay, yeah, it's obvious would happen, right? But the fact that he was able to beat such a dominant person, such as Khamzat Chimaev, the fact that he was able to beat Israel Adesanya at the prime of his career says a lot, all right? Not only to mention that, but when you look at the details, like the fact that he took the fight on short notice with Israel Adesanya, the fact that his arm was dislocated in the fight with him and Khamzat Chimaev, all right? Now, everybody knows that if you're going to be wrestling a guy, you need both your arms, right? If you have a compromised arm, especially your dominant arm, like your right arm, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even just like it was his wrist or anything, it was his shoulder, okay? A lot of people complained, right? It was a jab fest. It was a jab fest. For one, Sean Strickland couldn't follow up with his jabs, okay? And the fact that it was so close, it was still so close on the feet. It was still so close on the feet when Sean Strickland has a compromised right arm. Says unbelievable things. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Sean Strickland is a very unique fighter, okay? To say the least, this guy is probably the greatest fighter in middleweight history, okay? I mean, and we obviously have a new mythical fighter, okay? A underdog, Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland as an underdog is completely insane, okay? He was an underdog against Imavov. He was an underdog against Fluffy. He was an underdog against Israel Adesanya. He is undoubtedly the greatest underdog in UFC history, okay? I mean, that's not even an argument at this point, all right? But the real question is he the GOAT, okay? And I'm going to be honest, the only stain on his record is his losses to DDP, okay? You can bring up his fights in the welterweight division. That doesn't count to me, okay? If a fight happened a decade ago, it doesn't count, okay? That's a completely new person we're talking about, all right? Not to mention, it was in a different weight class, okay? Not saying that fights in different weight classes don't count or don't matter, but it's a big difference, okay? I mean, you look at Ilia Topuria, all right? The reason why Ilia Topuria is the second greatest fighter of all time is because of what he was able to do in multiple weight classes, okay? Like, the difference between weight classes is astronomical, and it's very obvious that the skill difference between modern Strickland and past Strickland, welterweight Strickland and middleweight Strickland, is very, very big, okay? But like I said, though, the only stain on his record is his loss to Dricus du Plessis, okay? But if you ask me, it's really not, though, because I personally believe that styles make fights, okay? Skills make fights, and Dricus du Plessis is just such an unorthodox fighter, okay? And if you guys know that when you get high in skill level, when you get high in caliber competition, the fundamentals don't work like they used to, okay? And if you guys know that, well, the fundamentals don't work like they used to, okay? For example, Tony Ferguson, okay? One of the most unorthodox fighters we have ever seen. The reason why he was so good was because he was unorthodox, okay? When you master the fundamentals, when you master the 1-2, when you master the hook jab, you gotta spice it up. People will expect the same thing, and you got exceptions to this rule, right? Well, no, I wouldn't say this is an exception, because I think fundamentals overall outclass unorthodox styles, right? So like you take Ilia Topuria completely mastered the fundamentals of boxing. He completely mastered the fundamentals of boxing in every single way imaginable, okay? And not everybody can do that. So if you want to even the playing field, just throw in a crazy move. Just throw in something crazy. As a matter of fact, it's just so weird. You don't have fighters like DDP. You don't have people who fight like him, okay? So you can't mimic his style until you actually get in the octagon with him. And I'm going to be honest, his fight with Dricus du Plessis 2 times is definitely going to help him in the rematch. Like, sure, he didn't train with him like he did with Khamzat Chimaev, but there's still the experience with his style, the experience of fighting him in the octagon the film footage. I mean, like, just watching someone's film can help you a lot. So you can imagine actually being in the octagon with him will help even more. And you can say the same thing with Dricus du Plessis, right? Dricus du Plessis fought Sean Strickland twice, and not only did he fight him, but he won. He knows his flaws, he knows his holes, and I want to be honest, if there's anyone that Sean Strickland cannot beat, it will most likely be Dricus du Plessis, all right? In the rematch with Khamzat Chimaev, that's more debatable, okay? Because both of the guys were compromised. One was compromised more than the other, sure, but they were both compromised, okay? The bad weight cut, and that was 100% Khamzat Chimaev's fault. I mean, I know a lot of people out there smoking that copium, right? They're coping over the fact that Khamzat Chimaev lost in such dominant fashion, okay? So, like, obviously they're going to be coping. They're going to be coping about this loss, and I will admit, yes, okay, he did have a bad wake up. That was entirely on him. Why would you balloon up? Why would you get so big? Why would you want to gain so much weight? I mean, it's on you if you really want to be a weight bully, okay? I personally have a problem with weight bullies. They are cheaters. They are scum of the earth, okay? The fact that you have to balloon up. Okay, okay, for example, Michael Morales, okay? This guy is such a weight bully. On top of that, he's a faggot, okay? He's a weight bully and he's a faggot. The two worst kinds of peoples you could possibly put together, okay? This guy fights at welterweight, 170, but he weighs 220 outside the octagon. This is just blatant cheating, okay? Weight cuts are blatant cheating, okay? It's fine, okay? Like, sure, we can make an exception, all right? If it's only 15 pounds, it's only 5 pounds, it's only 10 pounds, okay? But when it's 50 pounds, like in Khamzat Chimaev's case, like in Michael Morales' case, okay? This is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous, and you cannot make any excuses for that, all right? So, excuses out the way, all right? When you take into account all of the things that, when we take into account all the things that Sean Strickland went through before these fights, before these great fights, before the greatest fights of his life, he wasn't even in the best condition. I don't know. Maybe him in a compromised condition is his best condition, okay? But the fact that he was able to do all of these impressive feats and not even be in the prime, not even be in his prime condition, just speaks numbers, okay? Short notice fights, you know what I'm saying? Countless short notice fights, countless injuries before going into certain fights, okay? I mean, like, come on, bro. Sean Strickland is 1,000% a top 5 fighter. Now, I do personally believe that he is not the GOAT of the middleweight division. I think that if he gets a few more wins underneath his belt, I think that if Sean Strickland beats DDP, if he beats Khamzat Chimaev in the rematch, he will undefinitively be the greatest middleweight of all time. All right? He'll be greater than Israel Adesanya. He'll be greater than Dricus du Plessis. He'll be greater than Khamzat Chimaev. He'll be greater than Anderson Silva. He'll be greater than literally everybody. It will be the number one. And trust me. Not only will he be the number one, if he is the underdog going into these fights, if he is the underdog, if he also has an injury like he has before, if he comes in short notice, well, he can't come to short notice, he's a champion. But if he has the same asterisk as he has in these last fights, it is undeniable, it is unrefutable that this man is the greatest middleweight in all of history. He is one of the greatest American fighters in all of UFC history. But all he has to do is beat Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. Two fights. And he's in the prime of his career. He is in the prime of his life. And he has the ability to do it. If he locks in, if he hates Dricus du Plessis enough, if he hates him enough for you know what I'm saying, bringing up his daddy issues, then he can 100% do it, okay? Now on my GOAT list, a lot of people have Anderson Silva as the GOAT. All right. For reasons why I can't have Anderson Silva as the GOAT. For one, the quality of competition, the PED uses, okay, his loss streak after. But I don't really know. I don't like counting in the fall of a fighter, okay. I feel like Tony Ferguson's like loss streak does not count on his all-time on his all time, all right? Because like then you have people who retire early, like Khabib, who like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to call Khabib like, I don't want to say he skipped out, but like I don't want to say he, you know what I'm saying, hot bandwagon, but you know what I mean. But for me, I personally have Israel Adesanya as number one. Dricus Du Plessis. Okay, I personally have Israel Adesanya as number one, Dricus Du Plessis as number two, Sean Strickland as number three, and the other two can be debated, okay? This is Big 17 from Florida. This is my addiction and money is my company, alright? Come back here for my next prediction. I had missed the Malcolm Willmaker fight because, you know what I'm saying, it was just kind of boring, and not only that, but I have stuff to do, okay? I'm be switching setups. I will no longer be filming over here. I'm not going to tell you which part of my house this is, because it really isn't none of your business, but whatever. All right, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.